Alright guys, welcome to part 3 of this very long series of nursing school tips. You've reached the very end where you have already finished nursing school, so now it's time to celebrate! Congrats, you've done it. You've gone through the whole process. You successfully passed your exit exam if you have one, and you walked across that stage, so you finished nursing school. You're done with all that craziness. Now we're going to give you some tips as to what you can do when you're done with nursing school so you can ensure that you get your license.
So you did it. You went through those 2 years, or you know how long amount of years that you took.
She's still thinking about celebrating.
Yeah. So yeah, you finished it. You did it. You walked across that stage. You did it. So make sure you celebrate with your family and friends who helped you along the way. Okay. And the next one is to not wait too long for you to take the NCLEX.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest advice that a lot of my professors gave us, and I really do think looking back that's the best choice.
The best option. Yep.
So for me, I took about, I would say the longest time for you to wait to take your NCLEX would be max like 2 months.
Yeah.
But the sooner the better.
The sooner the better. So me personally, I don't know, you took a month? I think I also took a month. I graduated in May, took my exam July. End of May to July. So a little bit over a month. Along with taking it as soon as possible, you want to also make sure that you register yourself as possible. When you graduate, you need something called an authorization to test, and you have to apply and pay all this money just to be able to even take the test. Be on top of your school if they're not the kind that are like organized. Mine was disorganized. I had to go there and give threats before I got my authorization to test. So honestly, be on top of it, get your authorization to test, and then register yourself to take the exam. One thing that people don't know is you're not the only person graduating in May or in December if you think about it. So many other schools within your region are doing the same thing. And all those students also want to take their test around the same time that you do, within a month. Those seats fill up really quickly depending on the testing center that you're going to be taking your exam. So definitely make sure you don't wait too long.
Yeah. Alright, so a lot of people also suggest taking an NCLEX prep course. So for me, I went ahead and did the Kaplan. That was the first thing that my school offered to us. So I went ahead and tried it out. So for me, I think it helped in a way to get another style or technique of how to answer questions, aside from the way I've always been doing it throughout nursing school.
Yeah.
So this was about, I think, a month course of having, was it a month course? I'm not sure.
Mine was low budget. It was about a week.
It was about a week?
Like 4 days actually.
I forget how long mine was. I think it was a week. Maybe it was a week. I think it was a week.
It was a week.
Yeah, so for Kaplan, it was a week course that you would have to meet. I think it was like 8 hours every day throughout the week. And you would just kind of practice their learnings or their style of how to answer nursing questions, NCLEX questions.
They had all these tips like the decision tree and all this other stuff.
And you can also look these up too while you're still in nursing school, early in nursing school, just to kind of start using that type of skill or type of style. Okay, but what did you take?
I did UWorld. Our school offered us Kaplan and we had no choice. It came as a part of the package. So we did Kaplan for about a week or 4 days maximum. We met and it just felt like a long lecture all day. And so that style personally didn't work for me. The decision tree that I found was like, I thought it was a little bit contradicting. Like sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't work. So if you stuck with the decision tree like to the T, to a fault, you would probably miss some questions. So it was too hard for me to like wrap my mind around. I ended up trying UWorld, which I loved. UWorld was insanely hard. Like the questions were like out of this world with diseases that I've never heard about before and medications that I'm like, huh? What is this? And towards the end, you don't feel prepared. But once you take the exam, you like excel and you do really well. So I preferred UWorld personally.
And a lot of the NCLEX prep classes or courses, they have in-class sessions, and then they also have online sessions. So they give you some options to kind of work with how you like to study and what's best for your time management too. So go ahead and figure out what kind of NCLEX prep course you would want to try out. Look into it, see all the different sorts. There's more than Kaplan and UWorld.
And UWorld, there's so many.
Look it up on your own time. Ask your professors, ask your advisors. So, yep.
Also, one of the other NCLEX prep it isn't really a person, it's not a website, it's a book. This one I'm sure you guys have seen before. the NCLEX examination book with Saunders, this thing is gold. Like, towards the end of my studies, I just wanted something supplemental to just make sure that I could, like, pass this exam. And when I started going through this book, it was giving me, like, so many, like, refreshers, so many things, and, like, it was just really good. So even while you're in school, this book could really be useful. But towards the end of your studies, when you're sick of looking at the same notes or sick of taking practice questions online, this is literally what you do. Biggest tip for when you're done with school: do hella questions. You should be doing hella questions while you're in school already, because that's going to help you with your exams. Although it's a little different type of, like, the way they test you is different. But when you're done, do so many questions that your fingers and your eyes are sick of seeing and clicking on answers. Honestly, like, I'm not exaggerating. I did I think I did like 1,000 questions.
Well, Kaplan has their own set of online tests that you do after the lecture courses.
Yeah.
So I did all of them, and there were a lot. So I
2,000?
I did all of them. So it took me, I studied for a month before I took the NCLEX. So I took my time on making sure I was able to do all those questions. I would suggest studying on things that are your weak subjects, but for the things that you're really good at and you really already know about, just kind of do review points in some textbooks that might just give you a summary. So yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching this 3-part video of what Didi said, nursing school tips, from pre-op all the way to post-op. I know we try to do a little theme for you guys. I hope you like it. And please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And thank you so much for coming on this channel, Faye.
Thank you.
Did we ever say your name?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. Sorry. Memory. But yeah, I'm so thankful for her for doing this video. I really wanted to give you guys tips because some of you guys did ask for nursing school tips and how was it, etc. Please let me know if you want to see her in more of my videos. We can definitely set that up. And I will leave all of her social media in the description box. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.